Thank you very much for staying with TV3. This is still new midday live on TV3. Let's turn our attention to one other issue which is of prime concern to almost every Ghanaian. Peace seems to have been drummed over and over again, but a group of retired soldiers say that they have particular interest in this year's elections because they think that peace should be paramount to every Ghanaian. And they have released a statement saying that they are pledging their support to the already existing security forces so that they will help them in ensuring that we have a peaceful process before, during, and after the elections. The man who is the chairman of the group called the Retired Soldiers for Peace Association, Retired Soldiers for Peace Association, RESOPA, is here with me. He's in the person of Warrant Officer 1, retired David Awombi. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Okay, to start with, why the need for retired soldiers to want to, what role do you think that you can play in the peaceful process? Because there seems to be peace already, no?
Thank you, and good afternoon to your cherished viewers. Before I come to your question, let me first give a compliment to the CDS, Director of VAC, Chief of Defense Staff, Service Commanders, Formation Commanders, Directors, Commanding Officers, the Forces Sergeant Major, Senior Warrant Officers, RSMs, Warrant Officers, Senior NCOs, and the young ones who are still working to make Mother Ghana a very good place for all of us to live. Now back to your question. Even though we still have peace, there's a need for those of us who have retired after serving the system for 25 years and then taking the experience we've gained both at home and abroad, and then taking the current political trend or season into consideration. There's a need for us to add our voice to what the Peace Council is already doing. We may say there's peace, but if you have a security eye, you see that there's tension.
Slight tension.
Yes, slight tension. And there's a need for all of us, especially those of us who have been to areas like Rwanda, Liberia, Sierra Leone, the Côte d'Ivoire, and Lebanon, to add a voice to institutions and Peace Council to propagate the message of peace to Ghanaians.
How are you going to be complementing the effort of the current security setup that we have? We know that there is an election security task force in place, and then the police service have assured of their role of peaceful elections. The military, who are normally even in the background, say that they're also going to be playing an active role. What really would you be doing with these security apparatus systems already in place?
We have already sent letters around to all of them and seeking their support. And what we also intend to do is to have a peace walk in Accra here, as on Saturday coming, starting from former Obra Spoda Circle through the street of Nima to Kaokuri Park, where we gather there and then give a speech to Ghanaians on the need for peace. And
my final question to you would be, is it something you have already started, or you are yet to embark on these, peace advocacy programs?
We are yet to embark on the peace advocacy program because we have just exited from the service. Okay. And because there was no time, when you are still on terminal leave, you are part of the military and then part a civilian. And for that matter, you cannot take upon yourself to do something of this nature. Okay. So we were preparing the grounds to exit before we can actually embark on the peace campaign by educating the youth, especially the youth who normally see maybe war or violence to be something very interesting. And my advice to the youth is that we have seen it before, and we are saying that if there is violence or if there's war in Ghana, there will not be any movement of vehicle, no movement of human beings, everything will cease.
Those kinds of curfews.
Yes. You will not even have, nobody will have time to even make curfew. Because it is only the brave that will live. And it's only the brave that will move. So if you think, if there's a problem, some people will be free and some will not be free, then it's a lie.
It's a lie. It affects everybody.
It affects everybody.
Okay.
So,
all right. We are grateful. We are grateful for your time and support this cause that Retired Soldiers for Peace Association are embarking on. We've been speaking with Warrant Officer Retired David Awombik, and he's chairman of the REZOPA, which is the Retired Soldiers for Peace Association. And they are adding their voices to that of the Election Security Task Force, the National Peace Council, and to almost every Ghanaian who seek peace in the December polls, before, during, and after that. Thank you very much, and we hope to talk to you probably later on.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay. This is still Midday Live on TV3.